the foods you happily and eagerly put on your plate every day, those very foods can turn into your heart's biggest enemies. And the most dangerous part is that these foods are cooked daily in almost every Indian household without any guilt, and we eat them with pleasure. If you want to keep your heart strong, then make sure you watch this video till the end. Watch carefully, because today I'm going to reveal the top 5 foods that quietly and secretly keep damaging your heart from the inside. And at the end of the video, I'll also give you a bonus heart-healing tip, one simple food that helps control blood pressure, cleans the arteries, and naturally strengthens the heart without any medicine. So let's begin and first understand the 5 foods that act like poison for your heart. In today's time, heart attacks are no longer limited to people aged 60 or above. Even young people of 35 years are being seen as victims of heart attacks. You might be going to the gym, you might not even have much stress, and your cholesterol reports may also come back normal. But still, the problem of heart attack happens. Have you ever wondered why? Because the danger isn't outside. The danger is hidden in our daily food. The foods we assume to be healthy or harmless often turn into slow poison for our heart. They increase inflammation, damage arteries, and slowly raise blood pressure. And you know what the sad part is? Some of these foods we've been eating since childhood without ever realizing the damage they could cause. So let's start with the first food, which I believe is the most harmful and is used in almost every household. Yes, the first food item is refined seed oils. If I say refined oils are the biggest scam sold under the name of healthy, it won't be wrong. People often say doctors recommend refined oils because they are light and heart-friendly. But the truth is, refined oils are among the most harmful foods for the heart. These oils are produced through industrial-level processing, involving extreme heat, chemical solvents, and multiple refining stages. After such processing, there's almost no nutrition left, except for one thing: excess omega-6 fatty acids. Now friends, omega-6 is necessary for our body, but it needs to be in balance with omega-3. When omega-6 levels get too high, they trigger inflammation. And what happens then? It directly impacts the blood vessels of the heart. As a result, blood vessels get damaged from the inside, plaque starts to build up, and the risk of heart attack increases significantly. I remember the case of a 45-year-old patient. He was a non-smoker, non-diabetic, and even went for a morning walk every day, doing his best to stay fit. But when he went for angiography, it was revealed that his arteries were 60% blocked. Do you know his mistake? He used refined sunflower oil for everything, thinking it was the healthiest oil for the heart. So what should we do? What's the solution? The solution is simple. Switch to cold-pressed oils, cold-pressed mustard oil, cold-pressed groundnut oil, or if you're from South India, virgin coconut oil. And if you're from North India or prefer desi ghee, then go for Bologna method homemade desi ghee. But remember, even these should not be overconsumed. Add them in small quantities to your food. If you overeat them, they too can harm you. Anyway, refined oil is just the beginning. The next food I'm going to talk about is India's favorite, but it should stay far away from your heart because it's a huge enemy of heart health. And that is bakery items such as biscuits, cakes, and refined flour snacks. Yes, the second harmful food group is bakery products, especially those made from refined flour. A hot cup of tea with 1 or 2 biscuits or rusk, isn't that the favorite combination in almost every Indian home? But this seemingly harmless snack is actually very harmful for your heart's arteries. In fact, it works like a time bomb. If you eat biscuits, cakes, white bread, or other refined flour snacks every morning or evening. This habit can simultaneously increase your blood sugar, cholesterol, and internal inflammation. Most bakery products are loaded with trans fats. These trans fats raise LDL, bad cholesterol, reduce HDL, good cholesterol, and also contain a lot of added sugars that increase insulin resistance and slowly damage the inner lining of the heart. In fact, according to Harvard Health Publishing, excessive consumption of trans fats can increase the risk of heart disease by up to 21%. And the worst part? These products are sold in the market as low-fat or baked, not fried. In other words, they're marketed as healthy, and people, thinking they're healthy, eat them regularly. Now you might be thinking, what harm can 1 or 2 biscuits a day really do? But remember, when this becomes a daily habit, even small quantities add up over time and cause major damage. Tell me honestly, how many of you take toast and tea for breakfast every day? How many of you, when you don't have time for lunch, just eat biscuits or chips to fill your stomach? And how many of you need namkeen or snacks with your evening tea? Do you also need some kind of snack or savory item with your evening tea? Tell me in the comments so I'll know how many of you are still making this mistake today. But even if you are making this mistake, it's not too late. Instead of rusks or biscuits, start eating foxnuts, macana, or roasted chickpeas. This will turn into a healthy habit. If you eat white bread, replace it with rotis or light parathas with less ghee. And if your heart really craves them, then have biscuits or rusks only occasionally. But please avoid eating them daily. Now, biscuits are still manageable, but the next food I'm about to reveal is something people often eat in the name of protein. Yet, it works as a hidden killer for your heart. Yes, I'm talking about processed meats. White meat or lean meat by itself is not so bad. You can eat them once or twice a week. But if you prefer processed meats, then that's one of the worst foods for your heart. Processed meats like chicken salami, sausages, ham, or bacon contain high amounts of preservatives, loads of salt, and chemical nitrates. These substances not only enhance the color of the meat, but also extend its shelf life. Just check it for yourself. Take a piece of normal fresh meat and a piece of processed meat, like sausage. Leave them out in the open. The fresh meat will spoil within 1 or 2 days, but the processed meat will look almost the same. Now think about it. If bacteria don't want to eat it, should you? So if you are non-vegetarian, switch from processed meats to fresh meat, like homemade chicken curry, fish curry, grilled chicken, or steamed meat. These are much safer. But processed meats, stay away at all costs, 100%. In fact, I'd even say avoid them completely, even occasionally. 0 is the best. And yes, even with fresh meat, avoid frying. Stick to grilled, steamed, or homemade styles. Otherwise, even fresh fried meat can be harmful. The 4th food is everything made from refined flour, maida. You've often heard people say, toast in the morning is light, or pasta is just wheat, it's harmless. But the reality is completely different. White bread, pasta, noodles, burger buns, pizza bases, leavened flatbread, biscuits, crispy stuffed pastry, samosas, all of these are made using refined flour, the most refined form of flour. If I had to name the worst form of carbohydrate, it would be refined flour. It doesn't just increase weight and blood sugar, but also raises triglycerides, a major marker for heart attacks. So, replace white bread with millet rotis or whole wheat rotis. Instead of refined flour snacks, try graham flour, millet pancake, or homemade wheat crackers. Add fiber-rich foods like flax seeds, oats, and fenugreek seeds into your diet. Avoiding refined flour will give a strong boost to your heart health and lower your risk of unnecessary blockages. The fifth and last food item is soda and sugary beverages. Cold drinks don't refresh your heart, they stress it. Whether it's summer, weddings, parties, or eating out at restaurants, people often can't enjoy without a soft drink. A glass of cola, a packaged mango juice, or a flavored iced tea feels harmless, but actually, it's very damaging for your liver, insulin system, and heart all at once. A 330 milliliter can of cola contains around 30 to 35 grams of sugar. That's about 7 to 8 teaspoons of refined sugar. And when you consume sugar in liquid form, it absorbs into the blood much faster. This increases liver fat, spikes insulin, causes metabolic dysfunction, belly fat, and puts stress on your heart. And it's not just cold drinks. Remember this: packaged juices, flavored milk, sports and energy drinks, and even packaged iced teas contain the same problem. Always remember, sugar in liquid form is more harmful than in solid form because the body has no system to slow down its absorption. It directly enters your bloodstream and causes even more harm. So friends, these are the 5 foods that silently weaken your heart day by day. But as I promised, let me also share a bonus natural remedy that will help clean, calm, and strengthen your heart. Avoid these 5 foods and start including this in your routine. I'm sure it will be very beneficial for your heart. The remedy is simple. Every morning on an empty stomach, drink a glass of bottled gourd lauki juice and take 1 tablespoon of psyllium husk, isabgol. If you don't like bottled gourd juice, then instead eat 1 medium-sized beetroot as salad every day. Bottled gourd helps control blood pressure, works as a mild diuretic, and flushes out sodium and excess fluid from the body. Psyllium husk contains both soluble and insoluble fiber, which helps reduce cholesterol. So ideally, drink a glass of bottled gourd juice in the morning, and after some time, take 1 tablespoon of psyllium husk with water. It will act as a detox for your heart, cleaning it from the inside. If you choose beetroot instead, it's also excellent. Beetroot contains high amounts of nitrates, which convert into nitric oxide in the body. This relaxes and widens arteries, improves blood flow, and naturally regulates blood pressure. So you can start either of these remedies. It will be a very good habit for your heart. Now tell me, out of these 5 foods, which one do you like the most? And will you start taking bottled gourd juice or beetroot salad from now on? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to know the 7 early warning signs of a heart attack that appear days before, then click on this video here. I've explained something very important that everyone must know. See you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself. Stay happy, stay healthy, always.